Hello everyone, I Jhalak Patel, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication, welcomes you to the session of Power Electronics. Today I am going to discuss about Unit 2, that is Control Rectifier, with topic 3-phase semiconductor operation and its examples. So let's start the session. First of all, as we discussed about the operation of semiconductor as a 6-phase operation, so based on it, let's discuss one example, which is the problem statement is find the expression for average and RMS load voltage for 3-phase semiconductor converter. For this, you have to consider this figure, and in the figure you can see that you have to find out the average and RMS voltage for the shaded portion, which is VRY and VRB. So for this, as I said, considering the shaded portion of the load voltage waveform, we can write down that the average load waveform is given by 1 upon 2 pi by 3. Why 1 upon 2 pi by 3? Because here the waveform of shaded portion is limited up to the 2 pi by 3. That's why it is 1 upon 2 pi by 3. Integration from firing angle alpha to 2 pi by 3 plus alpha. Vm sin omega t d omega t. That means you have to take the voltage waveform, integrate this voltage waveform, means 1 upon 2 pi by 3 integration from alpha to 2 pi by 3 plus alpha Vm sin omega t d omega t. So if we integrate this, but over here the total Vm sin omega t is actually the addition of two voltage, that is VRY and VRB, because if you note the shaded portion of the waveform, then it contains the two line voltages, that is VRY between R and Y terminal and VRB between R and B terminal. So in short, you have to add these two terms for this integration, means the maximum voltage with sine of omega t. So it looks like this: from alpha to pi by 3 VRY, alpha to pi by 3, if you note this waveform, so alpha, from alpha to this point VRY, so this point is nothing but pi by 3. That means integration from this alpha to pi by 3 for VRY and from pi by 3 to 2 pi by 3 for VRB. So it looks like this: 2 pi by 3 plus alpha VRB. Now we have to integrate this. So instead of VRY, we can write that Vm sin omega t plus pi by 3, and same way here Vm sin omega t d omega t, and we have to integrate this. So VRY is omega t plus pi by 3, and this is RB is sin omega t. Here the phase difference is added because the line voltages are separated by the angle 180 by 3, that means 60 degree phase difference. So we have to add this pi by 3 over here. Now if we integrate this, then the Vm of line is constant, so it is out of integration. That means you have to integrate this sin omega t plus pi by 3. So integration of sine is minus cos, so minus cos omega t plus pi by 3, here minus cos omega t. So if you integrate this, then it looks like this: 3 Vm upon 2 pi as it is. This Vm is out of the integration, that's why here write 3 Vm line upon 2 pi cos of alpha plus pi by 3, the first limit, minus cos 2 pi by 3 plus again cos pi by 3 minus cos 2 pi by 3 plus alpha. So this is the average load voltage. Now it can be written like 3 Vm upon 2 pi cos alpha into cos pi by 3. Cos 2 pi by 3 is minus 0.5, but minus minus plus, that's why over here plus 0.5, and here plus 0.5 minus cos 2 pi by 3 into cos alpha. So this is the average load voltage. Now if you write down the equation again, this 0.5 plus 0.5 means 1. So it is written like this: 3 Vm of line upon 2 pi into 1 plus cos alpha. So this is the average load voltage: 3 Vm of line upon 2 pi into 1 plus cos alpha. Now RMS load voltage. For RMS load voltage, you have to take the square of the voltage, and then you have to take the 1/2 of it, means square root of the particular voltage equation. So this is how you can find out the RMS voltage. So as we find out the load voltage in the previous case by considering the two separate terms VRY and VRB, here for RMS part also you have to take the separate part RY and RB, because if you note in the question that the shaded portion had RY and RB phase term, so that's why here if you note here VRY square and VRB square, and then we have to take the square root of this equation. So this can be written like this, 2 pi by 3, so 3 comes into numerator part, means 3 upon 2 pi integration alpha 2 pi by 3 VRY can be written like Vm sin omega t. Here square of the equation will be taken, so Vm square sin square, here Vm square sin square. Here again between Ry and Rb there is a phase difference of 180 by 3, means 60 degree phase difference. That's why over here pi by 3 is added. You can also simplify this equation using the term sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. So if you do this, you can get the answer for RMS. If you have any query in this simplification, then tell me, I can simplify it and share it on the WhatsApp group. Integration of this will be done by 1 minus cos 2 times omega t plus pi by 3, here 1 minus cos omega t by 2, and then you have to take the common 2 out of the integration, and then you have to integrate cos 2 theta. So integration of cos 2 theta will become sin 2 theta by 2. So this is how you can solve this equation. Still if you have any query, you can ask me on WhatsApp. Now let's discuss about the next point, that is a 3 pulse mode. We have already discussed about the 6 pulse mode in the last lecture. Now let's discuss about the 3 pulse mode, that means how semiconductor will operate when the firing angle is greater than 60 degree. In the last session we have discussed the operation when firing angle is less than 60 degree. So in this case the load is highly inductive load. Here the conducting of SCR conducts till the next SCR is fired, means once the upper SCR stops its conducting stage, then after the next SCR will start conduct, means at a time only one SCR will conducting, and then after the other SCR will start conduct. Here diodes are turned on at a phase crossover point D, D and F. So in the waveform we will see that at point D, D and E diode D1, D2 and D3 will cross the level, and then from positive to negative and negative to positive. So we will discuss this about in the waveform. At interval 2, 4 and 6 SCR and diode of same phase will conduct. That means at interval in the waveform we will see that the interval 2, 4 and 6 SCR and diode of same phase, means at a time S1 and D1 or maybe S2 and D2 and S3 and D3 will conduct, not S1 and D2, S1 and D3, but only S1 and D1, S2 and D2. That means it has the same phase and it will conduct during the interval 2, 4 and 6. So in the remaining time period what will happen, that we will see. So during this time interval, means when the same phase is there, this will give the rise to freewheeling because of the inductive type of load and no phase difference between them. It will increase the portion of freewheeling, and because of freewheeling you can say that during this time interval, means during 2nd, 4th and 6th, when same SCR and diode, means same phase of SCR and diode will conduct, at that time phase current and phase voltage will become 0, and because of that you can say that there is no loss or power dissipated across it. but at interval 1, 3 and 5 the SCR and diode of different phases conduct simultaneously. Means at a time either S1 with D2 and S1 with D3, or maybe S2 with D1 and S2 with D3 will start conducting, and because of this 3 interval, means due to different phases, there is no phase current or no phase voltage becomes 0, but it has some value, and due to that it comes into the conduction. Now based on this discussion, let's see the waveform. So as we discussed, at point B, this point B, point D and point F is called as a phase crossover point, because you can note that from that point the waveform will change from point B, D and E. Now if you note that in the interval 2, 4 and 6, in the interval 2, 4 and 6, the diode and SCR of same phase will start conducting. So you can note this over here. So here S3 with D3, S1 with D1, S2 with D2, means there is no phase difference between SCR and diode. Means here S3 is not conducting with D2 or D1, but it conducting with D3, means no phase difference, and that's why over here you can see that at that point the diode only D3 will operate. Even at this point you can note that this is also a phase crossover point, and during this interval also the phase crossover point, and during this second, fourth and sixth interval, due to the same phase, the line voltage and line current will become 0. Here 0, again 0. Okay, so this is when the interval 2, 4 and 6 is there. Now what will happen when interval 1, 3 is there, 1, 3 and 5 is there. So if you can see in the waveform that during S first time interval, the S1 will operate with D3, means at different phase diode it will start operating. S1 with D3, S2 with D1 and S3 with D2 start operating, and due to this phase difference, here you can see that these points are point A, point C and point E at interval 1, 3 and 5. So at this interval you can note that there is a voltage will appear between S1 and D3. So S1 and D3, so here voltage will be VRB. Same way here also some voltage is present, that is VYR, because between 2 and 1, so VYR, between third and 2, so VBY. So based on the diode and SCR conduction, and due to the phase difference between them, the voltage will appear in the interval 1, 3 and 5, and there is no line voltage and phase in interval 2, 4 and 6. So this is the waveform. Here you can also note down the freewheeling action. So freewheeling will taken place during this interval BC. Here freewheeling action will taken place. Here also the freewheeling action will taken place, and same way here also the freewheeling action will taken place, and due to this freewheeling action you can look that this shaded portion is there, and this shaded portion will denote the voltage VRB. Here VRB, that's why over here you can note that this VRB will appear over here, because here due to freewheeling action this VRB is there. And that's why during interval 1 VRB is present, means small line voltage will present for this operation. So this is the 3-pulse operation. Now based on this 3-pulse operation we will see some examples related to it in the next lecture. Up to this, if you have any query or doubt, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you for watching.